We are making chicken kofta, chicken meatballs, Lebanese style. Now, we're going to shape them like meatballs. If we were making traditional kofta, they'd be shaped like sausages. But to start with, what we do is we're going to use a quarter of an onion. We're going to get that in the food processor along with some parsley, some mint, a little bit of red pepper flake, and our Lebanese 7 spice, which is a blend of spices that I will put in the recipe for you, along with a pinch of red pepper flake and some salt. And we're going to combine all of this together, but we're going to start first with the onion and the herbs and the spices, and then we'll bring in our meat last, which is the chicken. Now, I'm not making a full pound today. I'm only making a small amount, but we will put in the recipe the correct amounts for you to use. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Let's go ahead and get our onion into the food processor. I'm going to bring in some parsley. I have this nice fresh parsley from my garden. And also I'm going to bring in some mint. So you can see we have it all right in there. Let's go ahead and get the 7 spice added in. A pinch of red pepper flake. You can see that there. And then we'll add in some salt and blend that together first. See how nicely blended that is? It smells fantastic. Let's go ahead and get the chicken in, the ground chicken right in there. And now we're going to pulse it a few times and bring it all together. You know, we forgot our egg yolk. Let's go ahead and get that egg yolk in there. That'll help it bind together a little bit better. I suppose you could make it without it and it would be fine, but we're going to give this one more pulse with that egg yolk. There we go. All right, now we can take them out and start to roll them up like shape of meatballs. So our chicken mixture here looks a little bit runny to me. So what I think I'm going to do is, because we want it to be able to be formed very easily into the shape of meatballs, so I think we're going to add just a little bit of breadcrumb just to tighten that up. Now that traditionally would not be in there. So let's go ahead and give that a shot and see how that turns out. I've added about a quarter of a cup of regular Italian breadcrumb to this mixture. I'm going to mix this by hand and see what we get. And if it feels like it's the right consistency for me, then I'm going to go ahead and roll these up and I'll show you what they look like. So I ended up adding about a half a cup of breadcrumb to this mixture in order to make these meatballs have the firmness that they required. Now it could have been because of the type of chicken I bought. It could have been because my food processor had a little bit of residual water in it from, I just washed it from making something else. However, whenever you run into an issue like this, just know that breadcrumb is your friend. So you want to go ahead and add breadcrumb and egg into traditional meatballs. So why not with these koftas? Even though these are not traditional, because traditionally they wouldn't be made from chicken. But that's okay. We're trying to do a leaner meat than lamb, and hopefully these taste fantastic. We're going to let you know in a little bit how these turn out. Our chicken meatballs have come out of the oven. Let's go ahead and take a temp. And as we can see, we're at 170, 180. So these are well done. And we know that we can eat these any temperature over 165 because these contain chicken. Now, I will note that these only cooked for 25 minutes, where the beef and lamb meatballs, if you make these Lebanese meatballs, need to be cooked for a little bit longer. And the reason for that is that these have breadcrumb and the others did not. All right, we'll show you the plated product in just a minute. And here's our final product, our chicken meatballs. I was worried they might be dry, but actually they're quite moist. They taste fantastic.